Season 4 with the Knicks. Here is what we're running with. Okay. So right now, as we're sitting, we I thought I traded Rudy Gay, but maybe that didn't save. So you know what? We will continue with Rudy Gay. Pretty much running the team just how it looks. So maybe try to trade Rudy and bring back Jeremy Lin. I did not like how we lost Jeremy Lin. Uh, System proficiency. Pace and space. Alright, so we will have to put in some play mentorship. Actually, yeah, let's just restart. Alright, so AD can be teamed up with Kirilenko. Middleton can work with Rudy. Or he can work with Lance Stevenson. Rudy can work with Carter. Deladova can work with Daniel Gibson. And Stevenson can work with Sonny Seams. Robin Lopez will work with Jermenko. George Brooks doesn't need anyone near this Jermenko. Daniel Gibson can work with Vince Carter, I guess. Or is Vince already being used? Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's good that he's being used. Um, we can work with Gary Rice. Um, contract extensions. Rudy Gay will resign, but I think we're gonna move on from Rudy Gay. We just gotta wait until we can see if we can trade him for a decent point guard. But we're gonna wait until January 25th so I can trade anyone I want. Robin Lopez. And Stevenson starting now. Rudy Gay and a first for Bogut. We're gonna decline that. Alright, come on. Carter for Jameer Nelson. Lopez is back. Decline. Why isn't Gibson starting? I guess he's maybe not doing that good. They'd rather run Gary Rice, which that's how bad our team is right now. So this is Crawford, Stevenson, Williams. Nah. Carter is back. Gibson back in the lineup as the starter. Come on. It'd be nice to get some wins. Try to be a playoff team again. But the way the season started. Okay, let's check this team out. Gary Rice, 76 overall. Carter slowed down a little bit. Middleton having a decent season. AD, another good season. Lopez, mediocre. Rudy Gay has slowed down quite a bit. If he is putting in a minutes, he'd be doing about the same, I guess. Lance Stevenson, another good productive season. Brooks, Seams, Gibson. Alright. Trade finder. Who took Jeremy Lin from us? The Clippers. Lin is doing good, but there's probably no way we can get him back. Honestly, probably no way we can get him back. I was really hoping we could just do a trade, nice and easy trade for him. That is not gonna happen. Like, we'd have to give up Stevenson, Rudy Gay. They'd have to give me shooting guard. Or they'd give me like Reggie Bullock.
And let me tell you, it wasn't always this way. I was a young man with a lot to say.
So Rudy Gay and Jeremy Lin.
Don't want to pick up the phone, I just
You
want
could
to be left
add Daniel Gibson. You guys could add
I don't want to talk to you. You're not the kind of person I want to know.
Brandon Davis. We could give you could give you Robin Lopez. You guys could give us Chris Kaman. Or Paja Tombo. Still not it. Alright, so we're not going to be able to get Jeremy Lin back. But what we will do is try to find a serviceable replacement. Starting off with Chris Middleton, Mo Williams, Goran Dragic. Alright, let's see Rudy Gay and Gibson. Could get Stoudemire back. Okay, we could bring. That was a mistake. We didn't want to get rid of Stoudemire in the first place. We could, but now he's aged. You know what I mean? Like, I was gonna say we could make him a center, but we'll just stay away. Josh Smith, Devin Harris. Actually, yeah. What about Rudy Gay and Lopez together? Paul Pierce in his last year. And Ray Allen. Isaiah Thomas and Hanson Whiteside. What is his... What's his potential? Nah. Goran Dragic, Amir Johnson, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. Obviously, would be pretty wild if we could pull that off. His bad hips. And Gibson, Batum, and Bogut. And then we could turn around and trade Batum. Keep his bad back. Chandler's up to an 82. Nick Young and Gilbert Arenas. Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert would be pretty good. Damn, good numbers. What's his body looking like? Honestly, it is increased in certain things. But that'd be why did I get these two confused? We could get Noah from them though. And a first. Andrew Bogut and a second. Glenn Davis. Roy Hibbert would be nice. Same with Noah. Actually, I think I probably prefer Hibbert. Bogut's last year of his deal. Hibbert still would have some time. 2 blocks a game too. That'll make us the better team in the long run. We're gonna do that. And is there another big trade we would do? Maybe Vince Carter. Since we're not gonna be a good team, maybe we trade Vince Carter to a team that he could maybe win on. Gordon Dragic and Jason Richardson. We want a first as well. Maybe. What if we try these two? Vince Carter. Is there anyone that wants Vince Carter? Devin Harris? He'd be serviceable. A young Valanciunas. We're already set up though on our point guard. Or on our center. No, we need point guard help. Sessions and Gary Forbes. Um, Hibbert starting, Gay on the bench. See if that can help us win it all. Wallace and a first for Rudy Gay and Brooks. George Brooks. Kind of need our center depth. You know what? We're not really that good of a team. We'll simulate the rest of regular season. This team is just not them. Obviously, point guard situation is not helping us. We're going to try to have the money, though, for the free agency to be able to bring in a point guard. So we really need point guard help. Adjust rotation manually. Roy Hibbert coming on our team, though, the Anthony Davis is really going to make us a good team. We're just going to need that point guard to really help facilitate the ball for us. And that is the #1 priority of this free agency. Derrick Rose, MVP. Giannis, Rookie of the Year. Brennan Jennings, 6th Player of the Year. Davis with the DOP of the Year. Middleton with the Most Improved. So there, we're getting some hardware right there. AD on the 2nd NBA team. AD on the 1st defensive team. And George Brooks makes it there for the rookies. We actually made the playoffs as a 3 seed. No idea how that happened. No idea how this team turned around and actually are going to make playoffs. So maybe we should have done that point guard trade. We should have traded Gay for a point guard. Oh well. Round 1 against the Bulls. MVP D Rose. We lose game 1. We're in New York. Come on, let's just split this. Let's get this one in, and we get it. Davis with Hibbert having a good game as well. Lance Stevenson helping out. Ooh, looks like D Rose is hurt. Game 3, come on, New York. We win by 1. Dermanko at 20. Can we go up 3-1? We're in Chicago. And we're going to go up 3-1. Game 4. Or can we go up and take it all? And we do take it all. I don't see D Rose at all, so not sure what happened to him. Hibbert though. 80, 20, Hibbert 15. Lance Stevenson averaging 14 a night in the playoffs. Rudy Gay averaging 11. VC getting 14.8. Middleton 9.6. So we're moving on to the second round. Indiana beats Philly. Milwaukee beats Atlanta. We beat Chicago. And Cleveland beats Miami. Portland beats Phoenix. LA beats Houston. Utah beats Minnesota. And OKC beats San Antonio. So round 2, we're going to be going against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hopefully we can have a decent game. We're in New York, and looks like we're going to have a decent game 1. Lance Stevenson, 22 points off the bench. Bringing in Hibbert has really helped out this team a lot. Moving on from Lopez was the better decision. Kind of regret not bringing in a starting point guard, though, now since we're actually in the playoffs. But maybe we don't need one. Maybe we can do it with what we got. I highly doubt it, but we're trying. In here against Cleveland in the round 2. And we're actually having our way with Cleveland right now. Hill puts up points for them. Gasol. We're up 3-1. Looking to take it in New York. Oh, they beat us by 10. Let's beat them in Game 6 in Cleveland. Let's not let them force a Game 7, and they're going to kill us. They're going to force a Game 7. Game 7 against Cleveland in New York. We're going to collapse. Pacers winning the championship with Bynum. Player retirements, Ray Allen. Vince Carter has retired. He played the last 3 seasons with us. Got a championship in 2011. Ray Allen going to the Hall of Fame. Draft lottery. I don't think we really got anything in here cooking. No, we don't. Staff signing. We don't really got to do anything here. Now we're going to go to the draft. Prospect scouting. So this is the Jokic, the Joel Embiid draft. Obviously, there's Andrew Wiggins there as well. Zach LaVine, Gary Harris, Julius Randle, Aaron Gordon. It's a big draft class this year. It would be sick to have either Joel or Jokic come in. Obviously, we don't really got anything to kind of trade towards that. Stevenson, we're probably going to run him as our top shooting guard. I'm okay at that. Middleton or Gabe, we're going to move on from right now. And honestly, we could move on from Roy Hibbert. If we could get a young Drew Holiday. Shit. And Robin Lopez back. I don't know if any bit of me wants Robin Lopez. Drew Holiday would be... What if we try that? We try to get... We'll trade them a non-protected for next year. Gay for Drew Holiday. That's our point guard for the future. Oh, wait. Damn. Looks like he has some injury issues. I was thinking about trying to do that, but maybe not. see what just is out there for Rudy Gay. Could bring in Goran Dragic. Could be saving money. Or we get a first and Timothy Mozgov. But we could get something out of Rudy Gay. Middleton's going to be starting at the 3. Kyle Lowry? They want a first, so if we do that. What if we did him and Stevenson? JJ Redick and Jameer Nelson. Tyson Chandler, Devin Harris, and Jeff Green. Kyle Lowry and Louis Scola. Dragic and Glenn Davis. Wesley and Greg Odom. Nick Young, Timothy Mozgov. Well, Nick Young would be a really good starting shooting guard, but let's just look around the league then. We're having a hard time finding trade partners for certain players, so let's just look around the league and see what we're finding for point guards that excites us. Connolly would be pretty wild. Darren Williams would be great. Kemba Walker and Damian Lillard. Kyle Lowry and Livingston. Rudy Gay and a first would get it done. Rudy Gay and 2 firsts for him. We'd actually save money bringing in Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry would be a great player. That might happen. Dragic in 2 seconds if we did Rudy Gay. Chris Paul. It's going to be pretty hard to grab him. Drew Holiday is possible, but they want Roy Hibbert. They would give us, but yeah, we're not doing that. Brennan Jennings. Wish Brennan Jennings was an option. It makes sense if they traded him, but Jeremy Lin, still nothing they would do to trade him. So unfortunate. That is how it all went down. Bledsoe, nothing's gonna work for him. There's Raymond Felton, their old point guard. Mike Conley. Darren Collison. I think the Kyle Lowry trade makes the most sense. He signed for long term. Let's take a look at his contract, see if it's something we want to jump in bed with. I think so. I think so. We're giving up a first. We're getting in our starting point guard. Really got no prospects or nothing to look forward to. I think we're going to run with that. And then That gives us Lowry, Deladova. We'll have to get another point guard. Lance Stevenson as a starting shooting guard. Middleton starting 3. Davis starting 4. Hibbert starting 5. We got no draft picks in this draft, unfortunately. We're there just to pretty much do a trade. Davis, Middleton, we're going to accept on both them. We're not going to accept on Howell. Qualifying offers. We're not going to extend any offers anyone. Lowry, Deladova, Stevenson, Middleton, Davis, Hibbert. We're pretty wide open for what we can do here. We don't need a point guard. We could get J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith is very possible for us to get. We got a good center. So we don't need a center. Alright, point guard, we only got one point guard. Obviously, it'd be good to be able to bring in a good bench guy for us. We're going to wait on that because there's a lot of lower options. I'm really interested in either one of these 3. We did plan on running. See if we could get J.R. Smith. Damn, Paul George isn't much off that. We could even try to bring in Paul George or Carmelo. Carmelo or we only have 16. So for like, okay, so we have 16. So that means like we can give that to George if we want to. 76ers have a legit deal to him. You know what? We'll just try with Paul George. We'll also try with Gordon Hayward. Beasley, Anderson Varejao. See, we could bring in Jordan Crawford. 2. Chauncey Billups. Gilbert Arenas. Evan Turner. Alright, we sent some offers to some big guys. Gordon Hayward will accept. Okay, so they both got matched sheets. Matched offer sheets by those 2. Alright, we gotta start actually bringing in players that we can use. We have a good starting point guard. We don't have the best starting shooting guard. So if we brought in someone, it would be kind of nice. J.R. Smith, though, like we'd have to give him a legit offer to get him. Try that. And we could even give. Could even give OJ a deal. And honestly, we'll try all three of them. Avery Bradley will sign to that. Or OJ will sign. They both will sign. Um, who's gonna help us win? They're both 2-year deals. OJ Mayo's a way better shooter than Avery Bradley. Shot rating 3-level threat. 3-level basketball, premier defense, post defense. Bradley could take us maybe farther. And they're gonna match that. So we're gonna try to go with OJ. So we get OJ. So Lowry, Deladova, OJ, and Stevenson. I actually like that core. Chris Middleton, AD. So we need a backup center, power forward, small forward, point guard. So point guard. Good try to steal for Joseph. If we don't get him though, who would we want? JJ Barea is a good bet, maybe. Maybe Manuel Barea. Shooting guards, maybe just for now. Actually, let's not worry about that. We need a small forward. Um, small forwards. Not really any. We could run. Stacy Kerr, power forward. Bonner, Melvin Castle, Andrei Krolenko again. We could bring him back. Taj Gibson, Trent Franklin. Steve Novak. Could bring Krolenko in again. And then maybe Karlenko and what about him and Steve Novak? We need a backup center. Yao Ming might be very good. Anderson Brajo though. Anderson Brajo might be really good. You know, we'll give you a 2-year deal. And is there any super vet guys? Like, we could bring George Brooks back, I guess. Tony Douglas. Atlanta will match. Corey Joseph. So let's check out our roster at the moment. Lowry, Beria, and Deladova. OJ, Stevenson, Middleton, Stacy Carr, AD, Andre Karlenko, Novak, Anderson, Brajo, and Hibbert. So maybe one more small forward. Small forwards, not really many options. Luke Rabbit, I guess. Ronnie Brewer. Quincy Pondexter, I guess. Quincy Pondexter and wait, who do I have for centers? Yeah, some decent center options, I think now. Tyler Zeller. You know, we could sign him for a project. That's 6, 8, 10, 13. Should be enough. AD's up to an 93, Lowry's an 86, Hilbert's an 85, Middleton's up to an 83, Mayo's up to an 82, Stevenson's an 80, Brajo goes down 1. Actually, we might be an alright team. Um, we're gonna look at contracts real quick. Edward Sandy's willing to test free agency. Fuck, why can't we get a dedicated center that wants to be with us, doesn't want to leave us? I just don't know if we can. Brooke Lopez, pretty much a swap of first. A young Jonas Valanciunas. They want Lance. They give us 2 centers. Maybe we do that. We get young Valanciunas. Don't really want to give up Lance though. Could get Brooke Lopez. He signed long term. Doesn't really get a lot of rebounds. Hibbert and Villanova. Um, Tyson Chandler, Brock Lopez again, Ginobili and Gary Harris, Kenneth Faried, and Greg Odom.
Mixing nut with it. She got thick but she wanna get thin again. Drinking apple cider vinegar, wearing skim cause she wanna be Kim and them. Alright, I know they are bad, stop acting innocent. We ain't got generational wealth, it's only a year that I've had these millions. My whip could have been in a Tokyo drift car, fast and furious. I went from the Toyota Yaris to Urus, they had their chance but blew it. Now this gal want me and
You know what, we're just going to keep Hibbert. Hopefully he changes his mind and will resign with us. But that is it for episode 4. I'll catch y'all later.